Proposal 99-26 introduced an exception to Section 312.5c of the National Electrical Code. This exception addresses the installation of Type NM cable in nipples extending from the top of panel boards, switchboards, or similar enclosures. The original requirement in the 1996 NEC Section 312.5c mandated that multiple conductors passing through a single nipple be bundled together for protection. This proved to be a problematic and time-consuming task, especially when dealing with Type NM cable. The National Electrical Contractors Association, or NEC, submitted Proposal 99-26 to alleviate this issue. The proposed solution was to add an exception to Section 312.5c stating that Type NM cable is not required to be bundled together when passing through a nipple extending from the top of a panel board, switchboard, or similar enclosure. Code-making Panel 15 reviewed Proposal 99-26 and approved it with minor modifications. Subsequently, the NFPA Technical Committee on Electrical Safety also approved the proposal. This led to the inclusion of the exception in the 1999 NEC. The rationale behind this exception stems from the recognition that bundling Type NM cable can be both difficult and time-consuming. The code-making panel also acknowledged that the nipple itself provides a degree of protection for the cable, reducing the need for additional bundling. There are several important considerations regarding this exception. Firstly, the exception applies exclusively to Type NM cable. Secondly, the nipple must extend from the top of an enclosure, such as a panel board or switchboard. Thirdly, although not explicitly stated in the provided text, nipples are typically limited to a length of 24 inches in total, which would include any portions inside the enclosure. Although not found in the provided text, other sections of the NEC would apply and be enforced. Lastly, the exception does not apply to cables passing through a nipple in a wet or corrosive location. It's important to understand the context of Section 312.5. This section focuses on cabinets, cutout boxes, and meter socket enclosures. Subsection C, where the exception resides, specifically addresses conductors entering boxes, cabinets, or fittings. It states that conductors entering a cabinet, box, or enclosure through a raceway shall be protected from abrasion and that the raceway shall comply with specific requirements for connection to the enclosure. The exception for Type NM cable modifies this general rule, relaxing the bundling requirement under specific conditions. It is essential to remember that the National Electrical Code is a comprehensive document, and this exception should be applied in conjunction with all other applicable rules and regulations. Always consult the latest edition of the NEC and local amendments for the most accurate and up-to-date information. This exception streamlines installations involving Type NM cable entering enclosures through nipples, while still maintaining a reasonable level of safety. The exception intends to simplify installations, not compromise safety. Therefore, all other applicable NEC requirements must be followed. While the provided text does not explicitly state the maximum length of the nipple, it is important to note that there are practical limitations. Excessively long nipples could create other issues, such as strain on the cable or difficulty in pulling the cable through the nipple. The 6-inch limit mentioned is likely an informal recommendation, but any installation must adhere to good workmanship practices. The type of fitting used to connect the nipple to the enclosure must also be appropriate for the application. The fitting must provide a secure connection and protect the cable from abrasion. The exception for Type NM cable in nipples is a specific case, and it does not apply to other types of cable or wiring methods. For example, Type MC cable or individual conductors in conduit would still be subject to the general requirements of Section 312.5c. The NEC is constantly evolving, and new editions are published every 3 years. It is essential to stay informed of any changes or updates to the code. These changes may affect the installation of Type NM cable in nipples. Always refer to the latest edition of the NEC and any applicable local amendments before beginning any electrical work. The exception discussed here is intended to address a specific situation. It should not be interpreted as a blanket exemption from all wiring requirements. All electrical installations must comply with all applicable NEC requirements, even when using this exception. The purpose of the NEC is to provide a set of minimum safety standards for electrical installations. Compliance with the NEC helps to ensure the safety of people and property. Electrical work should only be performed by qualified individuals who are familiar with the NEC and other applicable regulations. Incorrectly installed electrical wiring can be dangerous and can lead to fires or electrical shock. The exception for Type NM cable in nipples is a specific example of how the NEC is constantly being revised and updated to reflect new technologies and installation practices. The code-making process is an open and transparent process that allows for input from all stakeholders. This ensures that the NEC remains relevant and effective. When using the exception for Type NM cable in nipples, it is important to consider the environment in which the installation is located. If the environment is wet or corrosive, the exception does not apply. In these situations, other wiring methods that are suitable for wet or corrosive environments must be used. The NEC contains many tables and figures that provide guidance on the proper installation of electrical wiring. These tables and figures should be consulted before beginning any electrical work. The NEC also contains information on the proper selection of electrical equipment. Electrical equipment must be suitable for the application and must be installed in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions. The NEC is a complex document and it can be difficult to understand. There are many resources available to help people understand the NEC, including training courses, seminars, and publications. The NEC is not a design manual. It is a set of minimum safety standards. Electrical designers must use their professional judgment to design electrical systems that are safe and reliable. The NEC is not intended to be used as a substitute for engineering judgment. The NEC is a living document that is constantly being revised and updated. It is important to stay informed of any changes or updates to the code. The NEC is an important tool for ensuring the safety of electrical installations. By following the requirements of the NEC, we can help to prevent fires and electrical shock. Electrical safety is everyone's responsibility. We must all work together to ensure that electrical installations are safe. When installing Type NM cable in nipples, it is important to avoid damaging the cable. The cable should be handled carefully and should not be bent or twisted excessively. Damaged cable can be a fire hazard. The conductors inside the cable should be properly terminated. Loose connections can cause overheating and can lead to fires. All electrical connections should be made in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions. Electrical connections should be tight and secure. All electrical equipment should be properly grounded. Grounding helps to protect people from electrical shock. The grounding system should be installed in accordance with the NEC. All electrical work should be inspected by a qualified electrical inspector. The electrical inspector will ensure that the work is done in accordance with the NEC. The electrical inspector will also ensure that the installation is safe. The exception for Type NM cable in nipples is a minor change to the NEC, but it can make a significant difference in the time and effort required to install electrical wiring. By understanding the exception and following the requirements of the NEC, electricians can install electrical wiring safely and efficiently. The history of the NEC is long and complex. The first edition of the NEC was published in 1897. The NEC has been revised and updated many times since then. The NEC is now published every 3 years. The NEC is a collaborative effort. Many different organizations and individuals contribute to the development of the NEC. The NEC is a consensus standard. This means that it is developed through a process of open discussion and debate. The NEC is a widely adopted standard. It is used in all 50 states of the United States and in many other countries around the world. The NEC is an important tool for promoting electrical safety. By following the requirements of the NEC, we can help to prevent fires and electrical shock. The NEC is a valuable resource for electricians, electrical inspectors, and anyone else who is involved in the electrical industry. The NEC is available in many different formats, including print, electronic, and online. The NEC is also available in several different languages. The NEC is a complex document, but it is essential for anyone who works with electricity to have a basic understanding of its requirements. The NEC is a living document, and it is constantly being revised and updated. It is important to stay informed of any changes or updates to the code. The NEC is an important tool for ensuring the safety of electrical installations. By following the requirements of the NEC, we can help to protect people and property from the hazards of electricity.